Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm so glad to have you here. Today, I'll be reviewing Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
I just saw Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Oh, it was so good. The chemistry between Haley Atwell and Tom Cruise, amazing. I'm so excited. That's why I'm driving like this. But I can't wait to review this movie with you. So right now, buckle up because we're going to review Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, yeah. Uh-oh, I'm in the wrong lane.
Dun, 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 dun. Now, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning is the latest entry into the Mission Impossible franchise. There are two parts of this movie. This is just the part one of the movie. And, you know, you got your series regulars. You got Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt. You got Simon Pegg as Benji. You got Vin Rames as Luther. Rebecca Ferguson is back. I believe she was in the previous two movies. You've got Vanessa Kirby. Pom Klementieff, you may know her from Guardians of the Galaxy. She plays Mantis.
I am Mantis.
And last but not least, let's not forget Isai Morales. He plays the villain in this film, and he really did a good job in my opinion. So how my non-spoiler reviews typically work is that I may spoil scenes from the trailer, but none from the movies. Now the grading. How my grading usually works is that I'll consider 4 categories. Each category rated out of 100. These categories are story, pacing, acting, and special effects cinematography. At the end of the review, I'll take the average, and that will be the final score, my final score for the movie. So, without further ado, let's get into the first one. Now, the story for this is great. You know, you're going to get your high stakes, world in peril, and only one person can save, and that person is Ethan Hunt, right? But what I really did enjoy about this film is that it stayed true to the Mission Impossible ethos. When I watch a Mission Impossible film, there's a few things that I've come to expect. Tom Cruise glasses, motorcycles, Tom Cruise running, a bit of betrayal, double-crossing, death-defying stunts, face off, and of course phrases like your mission should you choose to accept. There was a lot of emotion in this film. There was an unexpected death. They killed off someone that I didn't think they would. I'd say I saw elements of John Wick in this film. There was a scene in this film also that reminded me of a scene in another movie, that movie being Infinite with Mark Wahlberg. Now that movie wasn't good, but it had one good scene, and that scene was very reminiscent of what I saw in Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. All in all, I'd have to give the story for this movie a 95 out of 100. So, for pacing, this film was booked at 2 hours and 43 minutes. Yeah, it's a long one. But I have to say, it didn't drag at all. It was pretty smooth. We got to the movies around 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, I looked at my watch, and I was surprised because I didn't even know it was that late. So the pacing was so smooth, you didn't even notice the passage of time. And that's what I love about this movie. So for pacing, I'll give it a 98 out of 100. Now, let's talk about acting. This is what, the 7th movie in the film franchise? With so many films under their belts, I would expect the core actors to have very high chemistry. And of course they do. If I had to be critical of any of the actors at all, it would be some of the new faces. But the actors like Pom Klementieff and Isai Morales had a standout performance. Their acting was spot on. So for acting, it was consistently good throughout. I will give acting a 97 out of 100. Finally, for special effects and cinematography, this is a Mission Impossible movie, so you should expect a huge budget. And I believe the budget for this film was around $291 million. Coupled with that, you've got Tom Cruise always doing his own stunts. And ooh, he is so good at it. I mentioned earlier the running. There was a scene in this film, and it's in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything. But there is a scene where he gets on the motorcycle and he jumps off of a mountain. Oh, the movie theater goes wild. It's like a final shot in the NBA where they win the game. Oh, man, the special effects, you know what to expect. This is a Mission Impossible film. And it's good, it's great, it's amazing. Special effects, I am definitely giving a 99 out of 100. This brings us to the final score of the film. The final score is going to be a 97 out of 100. There have been so many memorable Mission Impossible scenes in the past. You've had the scene where Tom Cruise is holding on to the airplane as it takes off. Well, it's one of my personal favorites. You've had the scene where the two motorcycles clash. You've also had the scene in Dubai where Tom Cruise is hanging off the tall skyscraper. Oh man, there's so many great scenes. So your mission, should you choose to accept, is to tell me in the comments below, what's your favorite Mission Impossible scene? And I'll see you next time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.